I'm with Gruffydd Parsons at the end of the first week of pre-season. Gruff's been promoted to head of performance this season. Gruff, thanks for joining us. We were just talking off air beforehand about how you've got big boots to fill with Tim Harper having left.
It's been a crazy year, and obviously Tim moving on at the end of last season did such a good job over the last couple of years of Scottish. So it's going to be a tough job to follow. Obviously the club finished third last year, and a lot of that was down to Tim. So it's going to be a difficult task, but I'm very excited about it as well.
Now, you joined the club last October. Talk to us about what you were doing before that. You were working with the Welsh Sevens?
Yeah, so over the last couple of years I was based back sort of in charge of the Blues Academy for the first couple of years post qualifying back in 2010, and then I did an interim period with the Wales Sevens for 6 months, which was an incredible opportunity for me, and basically I moved back to London, more or less because my girlfriend, who is now my fiancée, was living in London, and it was the right time to move for me.
And you just touched on it there. You got engaged.
Yeah, it's been a pretty big year on that front. Got engaged back in February, so looking to get married now next June. So very exciting.
And there's a few changes in the rugby department. We've got a new strength and conditioning coach as well. Yeah, Richard Tucker's joined us. He's been previously working out in New Zealand, and also he's just left his post in the Ex-Chiefs, looking after the academy there. And excellent clinician, and looking forward to working with him. Some new, different ideas, and yeah, quite looking forward to that. As I said, the guys have just literally finished up their first week of pre-season. How's it gone?
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, this week's quite a week focused on assessments, so looking at the medical testing and fitness testing. So relatively light week for the boys from a fitness conditioning wise. But yeah, it's been spot on. The new boys are integrating well, and I think hopefully can help build a good culture now this season. Looking forward to the next couple of weeks where the fitness side will crank up a little bit. It's going to be tough for the boys, and I think it'll separate sort of the men from the boys in that sense. But so far so good. Looking forward to the challenge in the few weeks ahead.
How important is this part of the season for your staff?
It's huge. I mean, it's like I said, it's a difficult task. Last year we had several interns working with us, so obviously naturally at the end of every season move on to new challenges. So we've got a relatively new team from a performance side. Finishing third, it was just incredible last year. It was one great achievement, and really to better that is going to be a big step for us. So just need to make sure we're all on the ball, and the one thing I would say is everyone's so driven and motivated to reach in that sort of goal that I've got a good feeling about it. Very optimistic, yeah.
And it'll be next week when the boys will begin to get the rugby ball in their hands? Yeah,
they'll be getting some form of rugby work now over the next couple of weeks, but the main sort of rugby physical contact will start sort of in a probably more than four or 5 weeks away from that. I think the initial sort of phase is just getting the boys back used to running around, getting their heart rates up. They've obviously had a relatively easy 4 or 5 weeks since the second leg of the playoff. So it's for them the next few weeks is getting back into the groove, and then the rugby focus will come more sort of mid to end of July then.
Thanks for joining us, Gruff.
No problem. Thank you very much.